8:36 now. At least 11 people are dead after the condo collapse in South Florida. Crews recovered one body yesterday, but 150 people are still missing on this sixth day of search and rescue efforts. And those efforts are continuing this morning as emergency workers and families of the missing are still holding out hope that people are alive in the rubble.
Earl Tilton is a consultant and trainer in search and rescue techniques. He founded a company here in North Carolina, and he's here with us this morning live. Eric, good to see you. Thanks for being here with us.
You're welcome. Good to see you guys this morning.
Can you kind of walk us through what this search effort is like? It's so hard for those of us sitting on the outside who don't know anything about what rescuers are having to do with the scope of the debris.
Well, they're dealing with a lot of factors. One of the most important factors being the structural collapse of the building itself. A lot of people don't realize these rescuers can't just go in there and jackhammer their way in and put a crane on a piece of concrete and lift it out of the way. It's a pile of rubble. If they move the wrong piece of debris at the wrong time, they're risking further injury or, worst case scenario, death to any of the victims trapped in the rubble and the rescuers down below.
Well, it's it's sort of like the game Jenga, if you will. You take out the wrong piece, the whole thing can crumble. And we've been hearing how the pancaking, I guess, if you will, how the building sort of collapsed on top of itself, made it difficult for dogs and rescuers right away to be able to find any pockets of air. When you're looking at this, what are the little bits of hope? Now we are in day 6. What are the little bits of hopes that you watch thinking maybe there's a survivor in there? We don't know.
Well, we've had cases of survivors in collapsed structures as much as 4 weeks, if not more.
Wow.
So we don't lose hope on these rescues at all. And as a matter of fact, the teams working right now, the Israeli teams and the U.S. teams, and I think there's some other teams from other parts of the world that have come in to help us on this, they're using some of the newest technology on the planet and some of the best training you can get. They're using equipment that originally came from NASA for microwave imaging, and they're able to see, I believe it's up to 8 inches of solid concrete. So they're using some pretty high-tech stuff. They've got great training, but you've got to remember that these rescuers are under a lot of emotional stress also. They don't do this for a lot of money. A lot of them are volunteers.
I was going to say, because they're going piece by piece and seeing pictures and everything that we would have in our homes is they're just scattered across what would be the pool deck or the parking lot of that condo building. Yeah,
you've got everything from the roof sitting in the basement at this point.
Eric, we did have a question. We were talking about this yesterday, and some of this takes us back to going through the debris after 9/11 and after the towers crumbled there. Yeah, I just imagine the sounds of cranes and large, tractors, and the sound of trying to cut through concrete and rebar and all that. Do you every now and then do rescue efforts like this? Do you have to just cut it all out where it's complete silence? That way you can hear if there's a sound or someone knocking or making a cry for help?
Yeah, they do that quite often, and they usually do it on a regular basis. They'll have something come over the radio or over the speakers telling people, we've got to shut operations down for a minute. We think we hear something. They'll do that on a regular basis. Now, it may not happen site-wide because some things you can isolate locally, but for the most part, yeah, they coordinate pretty well. They've got a great rescue effort going on down there in Florida. The teams down there, my hat's off to those guys. They've got it very well organized from what I can see up here.
And you mentioned 4 weeks as long as finding survivors. How long do you anticipate the search efforts will take down in Florida just looking at the debris?
It's impossible to tell at this point. Every collapse is different. We would like to say that we have a textbook for structural collapse, but in reality, every building is unique. And how long did it take us to go through the Twin Towers in New York? And we were still finding viable subjects up into the 3 and 4 week, 5 week mark.
Well, we are going to continue to hold out hope, and like you mentioned, our thoughts and prayers to the search and rescue volunteers and those that are helping us around the world, the mental fatigue and physical fatigue they're going through, and all the families. I can't imagine the torture every minute that goes by not knowing anything. Earl Tilton, search and rescue expert from here in North Carolina, thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you, too.